Welcome to another edition of the Coach George Kiefer Show. The regular season is over, at least at home here at Corbett Field. There's one more on the road, and then the conference tournament coming up. So a lot to get to. We're going to look back at the last two home matches, a couple of top 15 teams coming in, and coach two hard-fought draws. Let's talk about SMU first of all, two of the top teams in the league, the Bulls and the Mustangs, and you fought it out all the way to a 2-2 finish.
The game was a really good game, and I think if you look at our team now, and we played two top teams in a span of 4 days, we can create chances. And I don't think there's a team that we've played all season where we haven't gotten 4 or 5 really good looks. So looking at that, I'm pleased going forward.
The draw against SMU kept the Bulls unbeaten in conference play, and then USF went out of conference to welcome in Old Dominion, another top team in the nation, and this one got down to the 82nd minute with the Bulls down 1-0, and Melvin Beckett found a way.
The game was almost comical in that we created so many chances. I was walking in towards the cold tubs with Lindo, and Lindo, he just looked at me, he's like, the ball wasn't going in, and kind of laughed out loud, and I laughed with him. At the end of the game, I asked the team if they've ever seen a team be all over another team and not get a win in soccer, and every one of them raised their hands. That's the decision I made when I was 3 years old, where it's a brutal game in regards to that, but that's why we love the game. And then when you look at the amount of mature looks, because shots are one thing, but mature looks where, it's good looks, hips are in the right direction, balls get knocked off the post, off the crossbar, they're clearing stuff off the line. Some excellent opportunities where you keep creating that many chances, you're going to score more than a goal in a game. And I believe every time we go out, we can get 3. So that's what we're trying to do.
In that match, the Bulls had 9 corner kicks. They outshot Old Dominion 19-5 in this match, but really kept the pressure on. And for people that aren't familiar with Old Dominion's soccer program, this is another top 20 caliber team.
Old Dominion is very good. They're, like you said, I think even a top 15 team. They're clearly one of the better teams in the country, and that's what I said to the group. The tactics that they took from us and implemented, because we could tell them whatever we want, but they do it. So they really did a good job in exploiting a weakness of them. And getting stuff in behind them, and I was really pleased with how they played.
Well, the Bulls are 10-3-3 on the season. They will finish conference play the way they started it, against the Yukon Huskies in a rematch of the September 26th match here at Corbett. The Bulls won 1-0 on that one. We'll preview that match a little bit later in the show. We've been telling you for a long time how special the atmosphere is at Corbett Stadium for USF soccer. The Bulls have just completed an unbeaten regular season in this facility this year. When we come back, we're going to show you how special it is. We'll take a close-up look at some of the fans, the atmosphere, all the things that go on around a soccer match here at Corbett Stadium. That's coming up when we return on the Coach George Kiefer Show.
What am I doing in this royal carriage? I summoned it with YP, the best local app ever, with Uber built right in.
Conroy, take me to the haberdashery.
That's not my name, sir.
Sir. How do I get away with this?
I bought tickets directly from the YP app, and with Fandango built right in, I go right to my primo seats with this obscene bucket of corn. Hot.
Download the YP app.
Do it now!
The crowds at Corbett are amazing, and you can definitely see the energy that it gives to the team. You know, when they run out and they run through a large student body, because we get a fair amount of students that'll show up as well. Definitely something that helps the team play a little bit faster, pressure a little bit better. They're always very alive when the crowd is packed at Corbett.
They are actually the reason why we play the way we play. If not for ourselves, we do it for them. They're always out here cheering for us and just supporting us in any way they can. And for me, especially when I score, I always try to go to them because they mean a lot to me. Having them behind the goals or wherever they are is just amazing for us, and knowing that they always have our back whenever we play.
I think if you can draw upon the students and let them know we're one of them, you know, our players are students just like they are. And the way Corbett was built, it was built with that in mind, that the crowd could have an impact on it, and it's appropriate for the size for college soccer. So it always has a good packed feel to it.
If a team is coming at us and we're tired, the crowd is the 12th man. Like, they always try to get us motivated, help us to get through the last 5 minutes. So to me, they're part of the team. They're a big help for us, and they win. When we win, they win too. So for me, that's just a great thing to have them behind our backs.
So the style that we play in front of the crowd that we have, it really makes it easier when we bring kids in on official visits, because they know they're going to be playing in front of a lot of people.
When it comes to warm, fluffy clothes dried in half the time, natural gas has you covered. Folding is another story. People's Gas. We're delivering the natural choice more Floridians enjoy. Learn how you can earn up to $1,750 in cashback allowances with our energy conservation rebates at peoplesgas.com/enjoy.
Welcome back to the Coach George Kiefer Show. That was a great inside look at exactly what goes on here on game night. It's pretty special, and you know, the records kind of indicate that. Both the men's and the women's team unbeaten at home this year. They both did a great job, and the fan support was tremendous.
You know, as a coach, you're always looking to see passion in your players, and when you come to Corbett and see the passion in the crowd, in the student section, it's very easy to start to build momentum, especially when you see us starting to pepper the goal a little bit. And usually if you see one chance at Corbett, you're about to see a few more. And I think that's directly related to the atmosphere and the style that we play. It's an awesome place to play college. I mean, look, you have palm trees, Bermuda grass field, you train all year round. Pro teams come down here to train. You know, the amount of guys we're putting into the pros, the surface that you play on, the weather that you play in. I honestly don't know why you'd choose anywhere else. It's a great place.
And Bulls fans, you still have a chance to see some more soccer in this stadium this year. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go on to the next match now. This will be on the road against UConn. Bulls playing them 2 times this year to open and now to end the regular season in conference play. 1-0 Bulls back on September 26th. But Coach, in a long season, I would imagine there's a lot of changes on both sides between that game back in September and the one this Saturday.
Yeah, and you know, I'm really lucky in that the group in that locker room loves playing Connecticut. We look forward to it. I mean, when you look here, where we're going will be opposite of this as far as the climate's concerned, the surface is concerned, and they have a good fan base as well. I hope the place is packed. I'd love to see my team under as much stress as possible, and it's a game that we're really, really excited about. You know, we're not interested in going there and just sitting back. We're going to attack them, they're going to attack us. It's going to be a great college soccer game.
Saturday night, 7 o'clock at UConn. And then for the Bulls, the American Athletic Conference Tournament right here in Tampa is where it begins on the 7th of November. That's great to be able to play at home at the beginning of that tournament. And if things break right, you may get more matches as the tournament goes on.
I mean, the team has done such a good job. I want to say 3 conference games ago, we already knew we were at home. So that's a nice feeling when you're going up to Connecticut. You can relax and just play how you want to play and look at your group. To be home for the quarterfinal is great. I'm hopeful we can get a really good student section out to that game and get the soccer community behind it, because that will be a fun match for us.
Lots of ticket information on that. Check the USF Men's Soccer Twitter feed or right here on the website on gousfbulls.com. First game in the conference tournament, November 7th, and the Bulls will be in action right here at home. Coach, have a great trip to Connecticut. We'll look forward to visiting with you through the tournament and beyond.
Great.
Head coach George Kiefer, thanks for joining us this week. Back soon with another edition of the Coach George Kiefer Show.